Go ahead and be tapping either collarbone or whatever points you like. Just at the beginning of this, the great psychologist Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. He also said the last of the human freedoms is to choose one's attitude, no matter the circumstances, to choose one's own way. And tapping is a great way to help us widen that gap and choose more wisely. So let's use some tapping to do that. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being. I choose to make better use of that space. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to make better use of that space. And I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to make better use of that space. That gap between stimulus and response, where something happens and I decide what I'm going to do about it. I choose to make better use of that space. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe everybody else, because that would be an awesome response to anything. I choose to make better use of that space, the space between stimulus and response, that space where I choose my response. Whenever possible, I choose to see if I can widen that gap. Give myself plenty of time to come up with the best possible response. And that's not always possible. There are times where a response has to be quick. However wide that gap might be, I'm giving myself the freedom to make the best possible choice. Whenever possible, I choose to make the most loving choice, the most loving response. In order to do that, I choose to clear what isn't love. I choose to clear what isn't peace. Because as I let go of that other stuff, I have much greater freedom to use that space more wisely, more joyfully. It allows me greater freedom to have a more loving attitude, a more joyful attitude, a more peaceful attitude. And there may be times where the most peaceful possible response might not feel like the response I need to give. But I'm giving myself as much freedom as possible to give the best choice I can, to find the best response. Ideally, a win-win response. Allowing myself to widen the space and to make the best use of that space. Clearing the wreckage of the past that sometimes makes it hard to come up with a good response. Sometimes I fall back on old responses that may not have worked in the past either. So I choose to use that space much better, giving myself the freedom to find better responses, giving myself the freedom to make better choices, giving myself the freedom to cultivate a more loving and peaceful attitude, to find a more effective way, allowing myself to know that I have what it takes. So I'm making much better use of that space as I feel more peace in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Uh, I hope you find that useful moving forward in terms of handling life and taking what life gives you and allowing yourself to come up with something even better, growing and becoming more free as you learn to come up with even better responses and make better choices. Please and thank you. And when there's other stuff that might get in the way of that, I'm here for you. Thanks.